Gordon Brown is to intervene in Labour's leadership race for the first time, saying the party needs credible economic policies to win power. He is also expected to say he strongly disagrees with many of Jeremy Corbyn's economic and foreign policies. His comments come as a poll suggests Mr Corbyn is considered the candidate most likely to worsen Labour's prospects of winning the next election. The other leader candidates are Yvette Cooper, Kendall and Andy Burnham. Voting has now opened in the contest to replace former party leader Ed Miliband. Everything you need to know about the four candidates hoping to become the next Labour leader. Mr Brown, the former Prime Minister, will deliver an address on power for a purpose. It comes after his predecessor at number 10, Tony Blair, warned that Labour risked annihilation if it elects Mr Corbyn, currently seen as the front-runner. Paul Sinclair, a former advisor to Mr Brown, told the BBC, "I think he'll be a little bit more conciliatory than Tony Blair has been, but no less unequivocal." A Comres study of 2,035 adults in Britain, for The Independent on Sunday and Sunday Mirror, found 31% of those polled thought Mr Corbyn would worsen Labour's prospects of electoral success. Ms Cooper was rated as 18%, Ms Kendall as 17% and Mr Burnham as 14%, making him the poll's least damaging candidate. Conversely, 21% thought Mr Corbyn would be most likely to boost Labour's chances of winning the next election, while Mr Burnham polled 19%, Ms Cooper 15% and Ms Kendall 11%. None of the candidates, though, proved as popular in the poll as former Foreign Secretary David Miliband, who was defeated by his brother Ed at the last Labour leadership contest. Mr Brown's speech comes as Mr Burnham claimed he was the only candidate capable of blocking Mr Corbyn and preventing a split within the party. He told the Sunday People, "In the 80s, we started fighting each other and left the way clear for Margaret Thatcher to bulldoze her way through Labour communities. I'm not going to let that happen this time." The BBC's political correspondent Carol Walker said it was unclear whether the former Prime Minister would declare his support for Ms Cooper, though it is understood he believes she is the best candidate. Meanwhile, Mr Corbyn has promised to stand up for businesses who want to cooperate and innovate for the public good. He told The Observer, "The current government seems to think pro-business means giving a green light to corporate tax avoiders and private monopolies." Ms Cooper has criticised some of Mr Corbyn's anti-austerity policies, telling the Sunday Mirror, "I don't think the answer is what Jeremy has proposed, which is basically printing money that we haven't got to build things." Ms Kendall told the BBC she also wanted a radical Labour government, but added, "I want a credible Labour Party that can oppose the Tories and win elections." Former Labour Minister Kim Howells told BBC Radio 4's Broadcasting House programme the party was in big trouble. "I think we'll probably have at least one more Labour leadership election before the next general election," he said, "because if Jeremy Corbyn is elected then I'm afraid the other political parties are going to zero in on the more controversial parts of his beliefs and policies and they're going to rubbish them."